All right, shalom, shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. First off and foremost, our praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Call Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, double honors to the other apostles of Great Millstone, salutations to the elect wherever you may be. The brother Shapatia from GMS Chicago coming at you again with another quick little lesson. And once again, like I did in my last video, I'm gonna read, like I said, my nephew who passed away in the truth. I got like 3, 4, 5 of his notebooks, and they're filled with notes. So just take these lessons and upload them, you know. So this is Romans 9:3. Now this is going into, you know, how the Lord deals with lineage, how He chose a certain seed. And that never changed. Whether people call us Greeks, African Americans, they put a byword, a proverb on us. At the end of the day, it was the same nation, especially when you go into the book of Acts. All right? So this is Romans 9:3. For I wish that myself was accursed from Mashiach, from my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, who pertaineth to the adoption, which is placement, and glory in the covenants, in the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh and the promises. All right. Now, my last lesson, who was that given to? All right. It's in, I believe it's Psalms 149, 19 and 20. All right. Paul was set up to do what? His ministry were to the Gentiles. So if that was his lot and his part, what are all these letters Paul is writing? Guess what? They're to Hebrew Israelites, all right, that have Gentile customs, man. All right? Hey, some of them dropped the customs. They still dressed like Greeks, but guess what? They kept the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Like Timothy. Hey, they thought he was a heathen, but he was an Israelite. All right? He just kept the customs of the Greeks, not the religious customs as far as that. But even then, you had some Israelites in this Greek state of mind that had to get woken back up to the fact they were Israelites. All right? So that was Paul's whole lot. Okay? Literally, that was Paul's whole lot. So guess what? These people he went to were of the same bloodline. All right? Like Paul said. He said, are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the blood of Abraham? Are they the stock of Abraham? So am I. Are they Hebrews? So am I, man. Okay? Matter of fact, Paul said it. Maybe in Corinthians, I thought it was Romans also, but nonetheless, I'm going to Genesis 49 and 13. 29 and 13. Oh, okay. Yep. This is Genesis 29. I'm just going to, matter of fact, I'm just go straight to 14. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh, and abode with him a space in a month. Now, I know why my nephew put that there. Simple fact. We deal with lineage and heritage, man. Okay? Because at the end of the day, that was Jacob's uncle. All right? That's why he said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. All right? And the same applies today, man. All right? You niggas that's out here in the world that don't know you Israelites, guess what? You're still bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. All right? Which means you're still of the lineage. You just don't have, well, shit, to you niggas that's in the world, you ain't got the skin, the bones, nothing. Nor the breath. You just dead. You're dead bodies. Literally, you're dead bodies. All right? That's why, the congregation of the dead, right? You guys are still asleep. But, nonetheless, it's still dealing with the nation of Israel, man. Okay? Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Same with Cornelius. All right? That's why, Yahweh Shai had to give him that vision. call no man uncommon or unclean. Because at the end of the day, you got to try these spirits, man. And guess what? Peter got the breakdown. All right? So, we ain't really, listen, we know the Lord only deals with Israel. And it's going to deal with your lineage, your bloodline, wherever your father was. All right? Because if your spirit links up to that you're Israelite, guess what? Biologically, you're an Israelite also, man. All right? That's just how it works. Okay? Even the thing with Cornelius. All right? He was an Israelite. Hey, guys will look at the Cornelius thing and say, oh, well, he's from the Italian band. But when you read, man, and you know what? I'm gonna get that. Let me get this Acts 10:24. You know, now I want to bounce everywhere, but I'm gonna keep it in order. You know, swing the sword the right way, man. Cause I'm getting very hot. This is Acts 10:24. And on the morrow after they entered in Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them, and he called together his kinsmen and their friends. All right, because what did Yahweh say? Him and his whole household should be saved, right? So his kinsmen were what? Israelites. Simple as that. Because listen, hey, to prove to you guys that a white man can't make it, or Cornelius was an Edomite or something like that, when you read Genesis, all right, hey, you can start with, hey, the 3rd chapter, the woman's seed and the serpent's seed, there was enmity between them forever. Same with Jacob and Esau being in that womb. Our spirits don't like each other at all. So we can't mix with Esau. It's literally impossible unless you a coon ass nigga. Esau can't get this truth, okay? Nonetheless, it says, whew. Matter of fact, when we read 10:22, it says Cornelius the centurion, a just man, one that feareth Yahweh, and of good report among the nations of Jews. So first of all, he was of good report from actual Jews. These Jews weren't dumb men. They knew who the Israelites were and who wasn't. It was really that simple, man. All right? He was of good report. Now look up the scriptures of good report, right? And say he was just, all right? Sent the holy angel to send into his house to his words. All right, now I'm gonna jump straight back to the point. It says, and as Peter was in the company, Cornelius met him and fell down at his feet and worshipped him. Peter took him up and said, stand up, I myself is also a man. All right. Now take a look at that, man. All right. This man came humbly, bowed himself at Peter's feet. But guess what? And he says he worshiped him. But guess what? Peter, man, I'm just a man, man. You know? Which proves that, Cornelius was a sincere brother, man. He said, but Peter told him, stand up. I'm just a sincere man. And no, you fucking scoffers, listen. We do worship certain men, not as if we fall down before them and bow at their feet. And guess what? Even if we did, there'd be nothing wrong with that, because prophets bow to prophets. But as in the sense of worshiping or praying to the elders, no, we don't do that. But I just brought that up just so a scoffer, your ass ain't gonna scoff this either. You can't gainsay, you asshole. But whatever. Nonetheless, right, I'm just jumped straight to 28. And he said to them, you know that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company with one of another nation. But Yahweh have shown me that I should not call any man common or unclean. Because guess what? Especially now, there's two layers of confusion to face. Back then, even before we woke up, we didn't know who the hell we were. All right? But on a physical sense, it's like Ephraim is a cape not turned. Some Israelites look like the other nations straight out. We're mixed amongst everybody, man. So when Yahweh said call no man common or unclean, no, you got to try the spirit. That's why he said slay and eat. All right? Whoever you dealing with, you got to cut with these scriptures and break bread with them. You got to slay and eat. You know? You got to try the spirit by the spirit. Okay? So when we out there preaching, fuck you, no, man, try the spirit by the spirit, man. And the spirit is going to let you know about a person's character. Because a man's character is his actual spirit, man. How he operate, how he act, that's his spirit. And however that spirit is, that's what he is, man. And so through the spirit, we're going to know, all right, if you're an Israelite or you're not, man. All right? I'm going to go from there. Romans 16 and 7. Hey, just going back. And the brother he's using these Greek names or dealing with these Greek persons in the scriptures to prove that hey, we are the same blood. So this is Romans 16 and 7. Salute what's that? Andronesus and Junia, my kinsmen. Right? These are Greek names. Like the brother, hey, it's crazy. I'm reading his notes. So it's like I'm seconding him. Like the brother said, hey, his work continue, man. Hey, lie Cap Lee, man. Lie Isaiah, man. All right? Y'all right desire to see your face again, bro. Nonetheless, it says, my kinsmen, my fellow prisoners, who are of note among the apostles which were in Christ before me. So Paul was saluting these men that came into the faith before him. All right? Because he said, hey, they were in Christ before me. So guess what? He still honored them. All right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Romans 16 and 11. You got salute Herodian. Now, this is not the Herodian, the Edomite Herodian. All right, he was the Israelites. Hey, baby, good morning. But nonetheless, verse 11, it says, Herodian, my kinsmen, all right, greet them that be of the household of Narcissus, which are in the Lord. Salute Trophimus, who labored in the Lord. Salute the beloved Paris, which labored much in the Lord. Salute Rufus, chosen in the Lord, and his mother, and mine. So when you go through this chapter, there's a lot of Greek names. And like the brother did, relative, Suggenes, I believe. So it's Suggenes. All right, which means that's the Strong's G4773. Related by blood lineage. All right, it says lineage in the Spanish Bible. Then, hey, you could go from that. Hey, James 1 and 2, we're related to. Okay, and we get the 21. You know what? So, like I said, when you read the rest of this chapter, you'll see all the little Greek names Paul was, saluting. All right, which means, hey, they were his kinsmen. Because Paul, like I said, his whole mission was to go into the Gentiles. All right. Now that's, you know what? Let me get to John 18 to 26. See what that's about. This is John 18 to 26. John 18 and 26. One of my servants of the high priest, being his kinsman, all right, who cut off Peter's ear, said, did not I see down in the garden with him? Now this is when Peter was, denying, Yahushua as was foretold. Right, so this was a kinsman of somebody who, Peter cut off his ear. But nonetheless, these were all Israelites, Even the man who, I believe the man who got his ear cut off was an Israelite, if I ain't mistaken, all right? Hey, you had, like I said, you had Roman soldiers that were actual Israelites. When you go into the secular history, especially how, you had this asshole, I forget his name, who basically helped Domitian and Titus take us down in 70 AD. You need an inside man, all right? So, But nonetheless, hey, read Numbers 1 and 19. 1, 18 and 19. Hey, this thing deals with lineage. And this thing deals with the spirit. All right? Because like Romans 8, 16, 17 says, what the spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we're the children of the Most High. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. All right? This Italian band shit, man. Which this is my favorite cut. This is my number one cut, actually. This is my first go-to. I was just saving it for last. All right? This is Hebrews 13 and 24. Salute all of them that have rule over you and all the saints. They of Italy salute you. This book is called Hebrews, man. So this was to the Hebrews. He said which were the Hebrews in Italy. He said all of them that are in Italy salute. Hey, matter of fact, guess what they had to do? They had to kick all the Jews out of Rome? All right? Rome is in Italy. Okay? So, hey, with that, hey, I pray that this was edifying. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rahal Kakwadash, Barakathum to you, Akim, double honors to thee, all the apostles of great millstone. Salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Shalom.